see, friends, in the same way that the computer needs to get good information as feed, as input, in the same way, sometimes we allow negative thoughts, negative words, or other devious viruses, figuratively speaking, to enter our minds. And we were created in the image. I'm reminding you that we were created in the image of God. Bhagavan allowed us as a projection of himself to come into this world. It is a most beautiful Leela. And therefore, if we are to live this world the way God intended us to live, he sent us to experience life in its cycles. But most importantly, God has allowed us the freedom of choice. And the freedom of choice starts with the freedom to choose which thoughts to dwell on. Dear friends, before we were even formed, Bhagavan, God, he programmed us to live abundant lives. He programmed us to be happy. He programmed us to be healthy. Bhagavan are purnamadaha purnamidam purnat purnamudakshate purnasya purnamadaya purnameva vashishyate. Bhagavan created us to even be whole. You see, that mantra says no matter how much you take away from this creation, no matter how much you think you give back to this creation, the creation remains whole. And this creation means the creator. Everything comes from Shiva, and everything returns to Shiva. Hare Om Shri Krishna Arpanam, the mantra that we chant when we offer prasadam in puja. Everything belongs to Bhagavan. And therefore, my friends, in this world, you are part of God. And remember, God sent us into this world to be whole. But when our thinking becomes so contaminated, friends, it is no longer in line with Bhagavan's words or Bhagavan's mode of operating. We make serious mistakes and wrong choices. But we go through life with a low self-esteem, and we worry and we experience fear and feelings of inadequacy and insecurity. And to make matters worse, we pass on our negative attitudes to others, friends. When you recognize that these things are happening, you must reprogram your computer. You must change your thinking, understanding that you are not defective. I say that again, you are not defective. Just yesterday, I was having a conversation with a very, very dear friend, and I was told that maybe I am at fault, maybe it is my mistake, maybe it's my defect, my shortcoming. Dear friends, I remind you this morning, you are not defective. God made you, and he has programmed for you victory, abundance. But until you get your thinking in line with your owner's manual, with your standard operating procedure, friends, God's word will never operate to its fullest potential. Dear friends, we must understand this mind that we have, that we should be in control of. In the entire epic of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna Bhagavan standing on the chariot, holding the reins of the horses, it is a reminder that you should become the Krishna in your life. You should be the one that is in control. The horses represent the senses, and therefore you must be in control of your senses. You must be the thinker of the thoughts. And if you are the thinker of the thoughts, then you can decide which thoughts you entertain. And if you can't decide what you entertain, if the thought comes, you can decide which thoughts you keep and which thoughts you dismiss off. You're listening to the program Shanti Vandana on the first, the finest 103 FM. It is now 17 minutes after 5.